This is Karl Moore talking management for the Globe and Mail. Today I'm delighted to speak to Roger Martin, the former dean now of the Rotman School and one of Canada's, in fact one of the world's top business thinkers. Great to have him here today. A new book came out very recently, Playing to Win. What are some of the key messages we should take away from that book?
The key point of the book is that strategy can be simple, effective, and fun. I mean, most people, when they think about strategy, they say it's important indeed, but they generally think it's pretty complicated. They question the effectiveness, and they sure don't say it's fun. And the book attempts to make it simple, down to 5 key questions you've got to answer, effective in that it's very actionable, and fun, because making those kinds of decisions are actually enjoyable if you don't complicate it.
So what are the 5 questions?
So the 5 questions are, first, what's your winning aspiration? 2, where are you going to play? 3, how are you going to win where you've chosen to play? 4, what capabilities do you need to have in place so that you can win where you've chosen to play? And 5, what are the management systems you have to have in place to build the capabilities to win where you've chosen to play to meet your winning aspirations? And the only thing that's at all hard about strategy is you've got to have answers to those 5 that fit together and reinforce one another. So that you have to think of strategy as not so much a linear process, do your vision or your aspirations, lock and load on that, then figure out what field of play you're going to play in, lock and load on that, then do how to win. That essentially ramps down the possibilities as you go along and makes it very unlikely you're going to come up with something that's optimal. What's required is to think about them holistically and toggle back and forth between them. Because sometimes you may think, oh, this is what we'd love to do, but then there's no where to play or how to win to bring that to life. Or you choose, here's where I think we want to play, and you find that there's no way to win there. And so being flexible and iterative is an important part of strategy.
One of the debates in strategy is it the CEO by himself or herself sitting in a room thinking deep thoughts? When you look at the 5 questions, how does this process work and who's involved in making the strategy and putting it together?
Yeah, that is a key question, Karl. And my view is that in some sense, the best way to think about it is that those 5 choices need to be made at every level of the organization. So I don't believe that there's a useful distinction to be made between strategy and execution. Essentially, when the CEO makes those choices, essentially he or she is saying to the presidents of the business units, okay, this is what we'd like to accomplish as a corporation. Now you've got to figure out exactly what you're going to do with the widget division, the plastics division, whatever. And when they've made that choice, the individual product line heads are going to have to make that choice. In fact, my argument is that the fundamental question of where to play and how to win, which is the heart of strategy, cascades all the way down to the individual. Every individual in their job has a where to play, how to win choice to make. You make that. I mean, they may call you a professor, but within that box of professor, there are many possible things you can do and focus on. You focus on some of those things and not others so that you create a way to win in those particular places. So strategy operates at every level of the organization.